averaging 4 points a game. Tip is up. It is won by Kaya Gillespie for Maryland. A freshman forward, 6'2". Pierre Leslie also in the starting lineup, a guard, a 6-foot sophomore. And the first turnover of the game credited to Maryland. Simpson control on the first possession for Old Dominion. Going to be a tall order tonight for Old Dominion. Last year, Brenda Fries, the head coach for Maryland, with 343 victories all-time with the Terps in her 14th season. Had the #1 recruiting class. Offering up top for Michaela Timmons, no good. A rebound down with Maryland. Terps out and running. Turn for Kiera Leslie. To the corner, they dump it low for Brianna Jones. The first 2 on the board for Maryland. 2-0 Terps. 8:59 to play here in the first. Mike Schmaltz with you for the third of 4 games here today on Thanksgiving. Stealing an easy layup there for Shatori Walker Kimbrough. A guard, a 5'11 junior out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh and South Dakota State will follow to conclude the day. A Thanksgiving feast of hoops here in the Virgin Islands. First substitution hit for Maryland. Brianna Frazier, a freshman, a 6'3" forward from Brooklyn, New York. Again, these freshmen for Maryland considered the #1 recruiting class in the country last year. Maryland picked to finish atop the Big Ten once again this year. 4-0 Maryland lead. Another turnover there for Old Dominion. The Monarchs under head coach Karen Barefoot in her 5th season led the Monarchs to 3 straight pro season bursts. She's 70-65 with the Monarchs. Ball deflected out of bounds. E.J. Ajemba touched it last. Maryland will keep it 30 to shoot. Maryland leading 4-0 here in the early going. And again advanced to the Final Four last season. There's Frazier with a shot from the center lane, up and good. A 6-point lead for the Terps early. 2 minutes in, Maryland 3 for 3 from the floor. Ball on the baseline, going to be tied up there. Chloe Pavlik into the game for the first time for Maryland. Old Dominion inbounds. Right side for Kiana Brown. Brown lost control on the baseline. Good pickup and a putback, no good there by E.J. Ajemba. Still battling forward. Ajemba will pull it out. Send it long again, and Old Dominion yet to crack the scoring column as Maryland rebounds. Off and running with Shatori Walker Kimbrough. Off to the right side for Brianna Frazier. Top of the key and good for Shatori Walker Kimbrough. Walker Kimbrough, the leading scorer for Maryland, with 19 points a game, and a timeout on the floor for Old Dominion. Opening Reef Division game between Old Dominion and Maryland. Maryland averaging 100 points a game coming into today and looking like all that and more as they're up 9-0 early. And a turnover here for Old Dominion. Actually, the Monarchs will get to keep it, as they say. It was touched last on the end line by Brianna Frazier. Kiana Brown to inbound here for the Monarchs. Monarchs start out the game 0 for 5 from the floor. Kick it up top for Jenny Sims. Sims with a lane, kicks it off to the left block, and a layup is up and good. Monarchs on the board for the first time with Destiny Young. Young into the night, averaging 4 points a game. Maryland into the half court. Walker Kimbrough with it. Free throw line. Brianna Jones is shot up and good. 11-2 Maryland, right back to the 9-point lead. Jones with 4 on the evening here at the University of the Virgin Islands. Kiana Brown controls on the right side, up top for Destiny Young. Off to the left corner for Michaela Timmons. Timmons kicks it inside. Good look there. And E.J. Ajimba couldn't control. It's out of bounds. And the second turnover for Old Dominion of the night. Old Dominion, that troubling lopsided loss, 61-35 to Miami at home. They're into tonight averaging 54 points. Terps almost double that. Into the block, in trouble for Jones. Kick it out to the left side there for Frazier. Baseline jumper from 7, no good. Big rebound for Leslie, put back no good, but Kiera Leslie will go to the free throw line for Maryland. Maryland out rebounding the Monarchs 4-2 in the early going. Maryland for the season 73% from the line. Leslie into tonight 75% from the line. 11-2 Terps. Ashley Jackson in at that whistle for Old Dominion. Make on the second. It's a 10-point Terp lead. Looking up top, Raven Kemp for Old Dominion. Kemp in tonight averaging a point a game. She's a guard, a 5'6" junior out of Jackson, Tennessee. Pull up left side. Destiny Young shot, no good. Long rebound collected by Chloe Pavlik for the Terps. Pavlik will run it in, kick it off to the right side for Frazier. Driving into traffic, leads up and knocks it home. 14-2. The Terp lead with 5:34 to go here in the first. Kara Barefoot instructs the Monarchs to slow it down as Maryland off and running strong here in the early going. Right side for Jenny Sims. Kick it off into the left block. Destiny Young had to back it out with Ashley Jackson. Shot up and good for Sims on a confident drive. Jenny Sims pulls ODU back within 10. Jackson almost an interception in transition. Knocked it out. Fires up the Monarch bench. Good opportunity for the Monarchs out of Conference USA to battle Maryland into the Final Four last year. Accolades for the Terps. The number 10 recruiting class in 14-15, the number 11 class in 13-14, the number 4 class in 2012-2013, the number 2 class in 2009-2010, and on and on and on as the funnel continues to be filled for Brenda Fries. Shot there from Leslie is long right side. Ball batted out of bounds. We'll see it's off the Monarchs. And Ashley Jackson. New shot clock for the Terps. 4:55 to go here in our first period. Opening game of the Reef Division. 2 games already in the books today. Virginia a 68-59 winner over Green Bay. Rutgers a 75-51 handling of the Tulane Green Wave. Long 3, no good there for Jenny Sims, and a rebound off out front for Raven Kemp. New shot clock for the Monarchs, trailing by 10. Right side for Jenny Sims. Sims crosses over. Look at her reaching foul there on Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. First foul for Maryland here in the first. Popping off the bench, Kristen Confora out of Solon, Ohio, a sophomore of 5'9" guard for the Terps. Expect the Terps to get some folks some minutes here tonight. First game of 3 in as many days as Kemp comes up on an air ball from 3. Kemp in tonight from 3-point range, 0 for 4. Renee Mosley controls at the top of the key for Maryland. Up at the top of the key, Confoy right off the bench, fires a 3. That's no good. The rebound off with Jenny Sims and the Monarchs. Over for Kemp. Kemp had it knocked away momentarily there by Mosley. Then Mosley trying to bat it away in transition. Commits the foul. Second foul for Maryland. First for Brianna Mosley here in the first period. 3:58 remaining. And Maryland up a comfortable 10 on the Monarchs. Jenny Sims, 18-point scorer for ODU. Controls out front. Leave it off right side for Annika Halapainen. And a whistle there. We'll give it back to Maryland. Annika Halapainen, a forward, a 6'1 redshirt junior out of Helsinki, Finland. Averaging 3 points a game. Provides some size inside against a very strong and talented Maryland front line. Right side for Gillespie. Launches a three. That one will fall and a rebound off for Young. Give it up for Jenny Sims. Kick it off left side. Jackson dribbled into traffic. Lost control. Loose ball up for Brianna Mosley. Going to run the floor. Knocks it in from the left block and a foul against Jenny Sims for Old Dominion. 12-point Maryland lead, and beautiful transition play for Mosley. Earns her a trip to the line. Shatori Walker-Kimbrough re-enters for Maryland. Gianna Smith in for Old Dominion. Smith's a guard, a 5'10 freshman out of Norfolk, Virginia, averaging 4 points a ball game. Renee Mosley at the free throw line for Maryland. Knocks it in. 3 points for Mosley. 1-1 from the floor, 1-1 from the free throw line. 17-14 the Maryland lead. 3:10 to go here in the first period. Gianna Smith handles for the Terps. Leaves it up top for Ashley Jackson. Jackson back, driving a floater from the left side of the lane. No good there for Gianna Smith, but a player control foul. Would have waved it off anyway. First foul for Smith. Third foul for the Monarchs here in the first period. 10 4-minute periods for women's basketball this year. 5 fouls in a period. And it's a 2-shot opportunity from the free throw line for the opponent. Confor off to the left wing in a corner. Driving Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. Left it short off the glass, but a foul coming. Foul against Anika Halapainen. Into the free throw line, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. Walker-Kimbrough with 5 points already today. This will be her first free throw attempt. And what was a perfect night, now just one blemish. Walker-Kimbrough 2-2 from the floor, 1-1 from three-point range. Just missed a shot. Old Dominion now one of its last 5 from the floor. 3 turnovers in the last 2:36. Scoring drought of 2:36. Walker-Kimbrough knocks into second. It's 18-4 Maryland. 2:35 to go here in the first. Kick it off to the left side for Ashley Jackson. Jackson back up top for Halapainen. Off to the right side for Raven Kemp. Kemp will hold, dumps it inside. Halapainen can't get it to fall, and a rebound off for Brianna Jones. Halapainen going to be frustrated after that one. There's a chance to get behind the Maryland line and lay it home. It comes up short as it rolls around the rim and off. Whistle keeps the ball with Old Dominion. And inbounding, Gianna Smith. Jenny Sims back in for ODU as Ashley Jackson comes out. Jackson leads with 2 points. Sims with 2 on the evening. Turn around, left block for Young is off. Big rebound collected by Brianna Fraser, who's skied high for that one. In traffic, shot up and good. Coast to coast for Renee Mosley. For Maryland, it's a 20-4 lead for the Terps. Minute 59 to go here in the first. Left corner for Gianna Smith. Pull up from the left wing is good. 6 now for Old Dominion. And the ball sent in. They called a foul in the open court there on Old Dominion. Called it against Raven Kemp. Her first, the 5th now for the Monarchs here in the first period. And to the line, Renee Mosley. She'll shoot 2. New rule this season in women's basketball taking effect here for Mosley. Look for her 6th point It's her first miss from the line today. She's 1 of 2 now from the stripe. Walker Kimbrough is 6 to lead the Terps, shooting 62% from the floor. They're 8 of 13. 1 of 4 from three-point range. They're struggling a bit at the line where they're 3 of 6 now, making 4 of 7. Mosley knocks in the second. 21-6. Terps with 1:44 to go here in the first period. Corner for Gianna Smith, drives it in and is blocked. Brianna Frazier there for Maryland, knocks it out, 20 to shoot for the Monarchs as they inbound. Triggered in by Smith, leave it up top for Raven Kemp. Kemp swings it right side for Gianna Smith. Back up top for Kemp. Goes to work on Mosley. Beautiful move. Dumped it to the right block. Then Ajemba lost the handle. Tried to throw it back for Jenny Sims. It'll be an over and back violation. And Maryland will control. Ball went out of bounds. And Walker Kimbrough will inbound after the 6th Old Dominion turnover. Look like for Frazier puts it up in traffic. Good contest there by Halapainen. Back up top for Mosley, into the corner. The 3 is away and good for Maryland. Christian Confor connects. 24-6 Terps. Approaching a minute to play here in the first. Jenny Sims holds for Old Dominion. Leave it up top for Raven Kemp. Kemp in front of Mosley. Less than a minute to play now. Mosley deflected the pass inside. Official on the right side called a kick. Mosley, I believe, deflected it with the hand. Did throw the leg up there, but did not see contact with Mosley's leg. Mosley making that case now. ODU's going to keep it and inbound on the sideline. Little explanation there for Carrie Barefoot, the coach for Old Dominion. Sims will trigger the inbound. 15 to shoot now for the Monarchs, down 24-6, and our officials huddle one more time to make sure they have it correct. Gianna Smith will switch out. Try to get it in here for Old Dominion. Leave it up top for Raven Kemp. Kemp a control near midcourt. 20% for the field. The Monarchs here in the first. 3 of 15. Free throw line. Shot no good there for Gianna Smith. Long outlet for Mosley. In transition. Furman going to lay it on. And a whistle will put Furman at the free throw line. Tierney Furman, a 6'2 senior forward out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And, of course, home of the very famous Little League World Series for baseball. And Furman trying to hit a home run here in her first touch of the night for Maryland. 26-6. Furman has the Terps up on the free throw coming. Maryland shooting 63% from the floor. Furman connects. Old Dominion now 1 of its last 7 from the floor, 2 of its last 10. Carolina. Bernadecco in to handle. Has it back up top off the give. Into the right block, pass over, shot couldn't control there for Ajemba. Terps on the run. 3 off the left wing is good in transition. Shatori Walker Kimbrough knocks it home. It's a 30-6 lead for Maryland as time expiring here in the first. Shot offering off the backboard, no good for Bernadecco. And Maryland has a 30-6 lead at the end of the first. We'll take a break and be back with more from the Paradise Jam. Trailing the Maryland Terrapins, a Final Four team a year ago, 30-6. Leading scorer for Maryland is Shatori Walker Kimbrough with 9 points. Maryland shooting 65% from the floor, holding Old Dominion to 18%. Ball inside, a turnaround there for Brianna Frazier, who's short. Bernadecco travels the floor for Old Dominion, threw it into the right block for Halapainen, and she was fouled. First foul of the evening for Kaya Gillespie for Maryland. First foul in the second period for the Terps. It's the second personal foul of the game. Right side for Old Dominion and Gianna Smith. Leave it up top for Destiny Young. Bernadecco dumps it to the left block. Young will kick it back out. Smith with no room to operate. Back for Bernadecco, kicking into the corner. The three's away. A line drive off the back of the rim, no good, but a great rebound by Young. Her turnaround putback, no good. And the rebound kicked out of bounds. Whistle will give it to Maryland, and a foul coming against Old Dominion, first of the second period for Old Dominion, first of the game for Destiny Young. Leading scorer coming in for Old Dominion was Jenny Sims with 18 points a game. And so far, Sims with just 2 for Maryland. She's 1 of 4 from the floor. Church turning over on a mishandle on the baseline by Kiera Leslie. 30-6 Maryland. Bernadecco controls. Kicking off to the right side for Laquanda Younger. Young holds. Smith thought about a 3, dumped it into the corner for Halapainen. Bernadecco back up top. In front of Mosley. Dribbles with the left hand into the corner. Shot fake, drive, floater won't fall for Laquanda Younger, and the rebound off with Maryland. And Asia Ellison. Walker Kimbrough moves on Bernadecco in the right block. The shot's up and in, and Shatori Walker Kimbrough will go to the free throw line. 11 points now for Walker Kimbrough. 4 of 4 from the floor. 2 of 2 from three-point range. 1 of 2 at the line. And Walker Kimbrough into tonight, averaging 19 points a game. Gives Maryland a 32-6 lead, and opportunity coming from the free throw line. She's 83% for the season. Into tonight, 10 of 12, and now 2 of 3 at the stripe. Maryland still shooting an impressive 63% from the floor. 33-6, the Terps lead it. 8:17 to go here in the second. Thanks for joining us on your Thanksgiving evening here at ParadiseJam.com. Ball tipped up in the air by Shatori Walker Kimbrough, and then in the open floor, Kiana Brown commits the foul for Old Dominion. Brown second, third for the Monarchs here in the second period. With 8:08 remaining, Walker Kimbrough will inbound. For Brene Mosley. Into the left block, the turnaround no good there for Kiera Leslie. Put back by Jones was short. Rebound came up for Kaya Gillespie, and that ball went out. Terps a rare misfire on the night. Long 3 is away. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Flying in for the rebound was Destiny Young. Had it stolen down there by Brianna Jones, and in transition, Mosley going to have an easy shot for Maryland. Brene Mosley puts the Terps up 35-6 with 7:34 to go here in the second. Bernadecco controls out front for Old Dominion. Leave it up top for Halapainen. The 3 won't fall. And a rebound off for Kiera Leslie. And a timeout on the floor with 7:23 remaining here in the second period. Terps come off the... Back at the Women's Paradise Jam, the University of the Virgin Islands, Maryland with a 35-6 lead over Old Dominion and the basketball. Dump it low for Brianna Jones, couldn't get it to go. Tip back no good. Jones gains a rebound there. And Maryland shooting 62% from the floor. Can't get them to fall. From the center of the lane all of a sudden. Foul was on Brianna Jones for Maryland, her first. Second for the Terrapins here in the second period. 7 minutes even to play in the half. Top of the key for Halapainen for Old Dominion. Pick it off to the right side for Jenny Sims. Floater from the baseline was disrupted by an early whistle. They'll call the foul against Maryland. One against Tierney Furman, her first. Third now for the Terps in the second period. Inbound for Kiana Brown. Got a nice shot at the right elbow for Destiny Young. She knocks it down. 35-8 Maryland. Chloe Pavlik controls. Over for Walker Kimbrough. Top of the key for Furman. Shot over Brown won't go. And the rebound down inside for Jenny Sims. Sims, the leading scorer for Old Dominion, will run the floor. Got it to the right block. Knocked it off the glass, but a foul coming against Maryland. It'll be a two-shot opportunity here for Jenny Sims. Sims 18 points a game for Old Dominion. That was the fourth foul for Maryland in the second. And the second to Tierney Furman. Sims can't convert the first. I'm going to contend with Maryland. You almost have to have it all working perfectly. And right now, Old Dominion from the floor, 4 of 24. They're 0 for 1 from the free throw line, but Sims makes it 1 for 2 as she knocks in her second. Sims with 3 points on the night, just 1 for 4 from the floor, so credit at the Terps for eliminating Old Dominion's leading scorer. Here's Walker Kimbrough. Goes to work on Sims. Got a great screen from Gillespie. The layup no good for Walker Kimbrough. Loose ball rebound is off. And running for Sims. It's a 3-on-2 for the moment for Old Dominion. Sims going to try to take it in herself. Working her way through traffic. Beautiful layup from the right block. And Old Dominion in the double digits for the first time in the scoring column. 35-11. Right side for Gillespie. 3 is up and good. Kaya Gillespie knocks it in for Maryland, 38-11. Just when ODU gains a little momentum, Terps are there to knock it back with a three-pointer. Shot short from the right wing there for Kiana Brown. Maryland up with the rebound. Walker Kimbrough try to throw it inside. Sims tipped it. Off and running with Kiana Brown. Brown will pull it out. 25 to shoot for Old Dominion. 38-11 the Maryland lead. 5:25 remaining here in the second period. Confoy, screen there by Young, allowed Bernadecco to kick it to the corner, and Jalapeno knocks down a 3. 38-14, Maryland. 5:09, second period. Confoy trying to answer from the right side, left it short. Sims away with the Old Dominion rebound. Monarchs running. Sims comes in. Shot won't fall. Rebound scrambled for, picked up on the baseline. Shot won't go there for Destiny Young, and Maryland away with the rebound. And Melina Howard. Howard in there, 6'3". She's a senior center from Twinsburg, Ohio. Chloe Pavlik controls up top. Works on Bernadecco. Off to the right point for Gillespie. Can't get that 3 to go. And a rebound. Going to go to Maryland off the foul. Caught Kiana Brown for leaning back into Christian Confoy. That'll be the 5th foul for Old Dominion here. Make it the 5th foul to the Terps. So, excuse me, it's a foul on Confoy. And not Kiana Brown. Brown somewhat leaned back, and that explained the reaction there from Confoy, but a free throw coming nonetheless for Kiana Brown, and Brown knocks it home. First point for Brown for the night. 1-on-1 at the stripe, 0 for 2 from the floor. Maryland back with some 3 substitutions. Mosley was one of them. Second free throw is up and good for Kiana Brown. Terps still doubling up the Monarchs here in the second, 38-16. Shatori Walker Kimbrough, stutter step at the free throw line. Kick it off to the left wing. The 3 is up and good for Mosley. Renee Mosley gives Maryland a 41-16 lead in the second period. Bernadecco controls on the left wing in front of Mosley. Bernadecco in trouble and looking for help. Leaves it up top. E.J. Ajimba leaves it off for Sims. Beautiful spin move for Sims off the back of the rim and in. Kenny Sims getting rolling here for the Monarchs. 41-18. Walker Kimbrough holds on the right wing for Maryland. Defended over there by Gianna Smith. Leave it back up top for Brene Mosley. Mosley going to work on Bernadecco. Got a screen. Popped it for 3 and knocked it down. Out of Mosley knocks it home. 44-18. The Terrapin lead with 3:21 to go in the second period. Top of the key, three good for Sims and an answer for Old Dominion. Sims starting to heat up now, 10 on the evening, 4 of 8 from the floor and 1 of 2 from behind the arc. Mosley works on Bernadecco. Mosley, a beautiful crossover, hangs in the air, off the glass and good for Mosley. Renee Mosley. Beautiful move into the air. Gained the contact, 46-21. Maryland here in the second period. 16 points now for Mosley and a perfect 6 of 6 on the floor, 2 of 2 from behind the arc. And working on a 2 for 3 night from the free throw line. Over 2 assists as well. Mosley can't connect. Rebound off for Sims and Old Dominion. Sims drives it in for the Monarchs. Drew contact in traffic. 6th foul for the Terrapins here in the second period. And that one goes against Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. Her second. So Sims to the line for the Monarchs. Only double-figure score tonight. But can't connect on the first. Monarchs now up to 26% from the floor. Came into tonight shooting 34%. Have not played a team the caliber of Maryland until tonight. Second one good for Sims. 46-22 now, the Terrapin lead. Brenda Fries working her bench pretty well here tonight for Maryland. With a big lead and 2 more games ahead in the next 2 days for the Terps. Into traffic. Renee Mosley with a travel and a turnover here for Maryland. Terps with 7 turnovers and so far 8 points off for Old Dominion. It's a pretty good stat for the Monarchs. 8 turnovers for Old Dominion, however, turned to 13 points for Maryland. Sims will dump it to the left block. Driving in as Ajemba can't get it to fall. Rebound is ricocheted into the Maryland bench. And the Terps will have it. 2:22 to go here in the second period. 46-22 Maryland. Renee Mosley controls, working on a 16-point night. That's a game best. Touch up top there for Alexis Harris. Ball was tipped out here on the sideline. Chloe Pavlik will inbound right in front of our broadcast spot tonight. Confoy on the baseline. Has it stolen by Sims. Trying to dump it low there for Brianna Jones. Sims in traffic. Dumps it left block. Shot is off the glass. Too strong. Foul coming against Maryland. Alexis Harrison. Harrison's first. Terps well over the 5 mark, and clock stops with 1:57 to go. And E.J. Ajemba at the free throw line for Old Dominion. Ajemba can't convert. Ajemba scoreless so far tonight. Into the game with a 6-point scoring average and 8 rebounds a game. Ajemba is a 42% free throw season shooter for the season. Just early, his 5th game in for the Monarchs. Second no good, and Brianna Jones away with a rebound. Kick it off left wing. Shot no good there for Confroy. Up in the right block for Frazier, the putback no good. And a rebound off with Destiny Young for Old Dominion. Open floor, driving the baseline was Ashley Jackson. Bodies hit the floor. Brianna Jones over there for Maryland to take the contact. Shot clock at 21. Is Old Dominion set to inbound with Jetty Sims. He scored tonight for Old Dominion with 11. Right back for Sims. Drives it into traffic. Layup good on the left block. Beautiful move to get around Brianna Jones. Maryland storming right back. Pavlik dishes back for Confoy. Had a block in the center of the lane. Good block there for Ajemba. And up for Michaela Timmons. Pull up for Sims for three. No good left side. Rebound comes down for Brianna Jones. Off and running with Mosley. Mosley traveled. Still got the circus shot to fall, but they'll wave it off. Well, Brene Mosley, 16 points on the night. Acrobatic, athletic move there. She ran the floor. 46-24 Maryland. Minute 5 to go here in the second period. Every foul Maryland commits will be a shooting opportunity here for Old Dominion. See if the Monarchs can shoot their way back in from the free throw line. And they have to drive it and gain some contact. Very tall front line in for Maryland. Pull up for Timmons in the center lane is no good. The rebound off for Brianna Jones. Jones tried to outlet for Confoy, almost stole it. Confoy up for Mosley. She's behind the arc. Going to settle it down for Maryland. Ashley Jackson out to defend on Brene Mosley. Top of the key for Brianna Frazier. Frazier, right wing three. No good there for Pavlik. Strong rebound out for Destiny Young. Get it out for Jackson in the open court. Had it tipped away by Mosley. Collected in the backcourt by Jones. Leave it up for Pavlik. 11 seconds now to go in the second period. Crossover here for Mosley. Got it right to the block. Shot off the back of the rim is good. Mosley going to end the first half with 18 points. Maryland leads it 46-24 at the break. Back with more from the Paradise Jam. 16, Paradise Jam, the Reef Division. Meant to say it's the 21st meeting between Old Dominion and the Maryland Terrapins. Maryland leading the series 12-8 and leading the ballgame 48-34. Maryland outscoring Old Dominion 30-6 in the first period. They were even in the second period at 18-18, and Sims off to the first two for Old Dominion and quickly answered on the other end by Shatori Walker-Kimbrough for Maryland. So even up in the third period in the early going. Ball knocked out of bounds on the end line, and Old Dominion will inbound. Kenai Brown inbounds up top for Old Dominion. For E.J. Ajemba. Ajemba kicks it back for Michaela Timmons. Timmons holds up top. Driving for Sims, lost control of the basketball. Put back for Ajemba for the left block is up and in. 50-28. Maryland leads it. Pavlik controls for Maryland. Brene Mosley dumps it inside. A layup good for Brianna Jones. 52-28. The Maryland lead early in the third. Old Dominion shooting 28% for the game, with 50% to start the third. Maryland, of course, in at 2 for 2. Good fadeaway there for Sims. A little bit off balance. Shot no good. Young had a shot at the rebound, but a foul. The first of the third period for Old Dominion. Second foul for Destiny Young for the ball game. Coley Pavlik into the offensive end. Gets the left elbow, stops the dribble. Top of the key, the three is up and no good there for Kaya Gillespie, and a rebound. Put back, up and good for Maryland. 54-28. Kickoff to the right side for Timmons. Right elbow jumper, no good there for Destiny Young, and the rebound off and running for Gillespie. Gillespie got it into the center of the lane, got the shot to go, and a blocking foul going to be called against Old Dominion. That one will go against Michaela Timmons. Timmons first, second for Old Dominion here in the third period. Old Dominion now one of its last five. Maryland to start this third period on a 6-0 run on a minute 2. Free throw up and good for Gillespie. Give her 6 out of the night. She is 1 of 1 at the line, 1 of 4 from behind the arc, and 2 of 5 from the floor. Michaela Timmons off to the right wing, 3 away for Brown is short right side. Rebound batted around, then a foul coming against Brianna Jones. Jones with a pretty good push there on E.J. Ajemba. First foul of the third for Maryland, second foul of the game for Brianna Jones. Kiana Brown dumps it inside. Shot for Destiny Young, too strong. Rebound off with Jenny Sims. Sims got a nice screen, pulled up for the jumper. It was short. Good job by Ajemba to give Sims room to shoot there. Jones off balance, dumps it to the left block. The layup is up and in for Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. Kimbrough now with 16 on the night, on 6 of 6 from the floor and 2 of 2 from three-point range. The Paradise Jam, first game of the Reef Division for the ladies. 16th Paradise Jam here at the University of the Virgin Islands. Maryland with a 59-28 lead over Old Dominion here with 6:55 to go in the third period. 18 points for Breda Mosley tonight for Maryland. Brown going to try a three. That was no good. Put back off the left side, no good there for Old Dominion. Off and running with the rebound is Kaya Gillespie. Got it up for Pavlik, and Pavlik traveled. Brandon Enterline with the call. Enterline, one of the story officials in the women's game. Strong pedigree for the Enterlines. Brian Enterline, his older brother. Looking out there tonight. Brandon is with two Stevens and Angie Lewis. Shot no good there for Sims, and a rebound off for Maryland. That went up for Brianna Frazier. Mosley off to the left wing for Gillespie. The three won't go. Rebound down low on the right side for Frazier, and then Frazier fouled on the putback. First foul for E.J. Ajemba for Old Dominion. Third for the Monarchs here in the third period. 6:12 to go, and Frazier at the free throw line for Maryland. This will be her first free throw attempt. 4 points on the night so far, and the shot up and good for Frazier. Frazier from the line for the season, 67%. Looking for her 7th point on the night, and she has it. 61-28. Maryland doubled up here on Old Dominion. Old Dominion fans shouldn't feel too bad, as Maryland's margin of victory this season is 53. Shot short by Kemp. Put back short by Smith. Ball out of bounds to Maryland. 61-28. Mosley going to streak past the Old Dominion defenders. Dump it off for Frazier. She'll be fouled again, this time by Halapainen. Good work by Breda Mosley. The sense that Old Dominion tiring here in the third, down 61-28. Mosley just hit the Jets and up the floor. Frazier back for her second straight trip to the free throw line. Connects. Frazier 3 of 3 at the line, 7 points now. As Furman returns for Maryland. And E.J. Ajemba back in for Old Dominion. Pavlik takes a seat for Maryland. Melina Howard now in for Maryland. Brenda Freeze continuing to work some minutes here for her bench tonight. A little more than comfortable lead. Jenny Sims drives again, picks up the contact there. Call it a foul on the floor. That one against Brayna Mosley, her second. 2 for Maryland now in the third period. Ball in for Halapainen, back for Kemp. Off for Sims, going to launch a 3. That one won't go. Furman had a shot at the rebound. Sims on a nice follow. Knocked it out of bounds, couldn't control. Credit Jenny Sims. Some aggressive play. Just trying to follow that shot. Ball in for Shatori Walker-Kimbrough on the left wing in front of Sims. Ball to the baseline for Furman and a whistle against Old Dominion. Coming on Gianna Smith. Smith second. 5th now for Old Dominion here in the third. So Maryland will shoot 2 for the remaining 5:25 following an Old Dominion foul. And Furman connection on the first. Furman 2-2 at the line tonight. Give her 4 points. It's Maryland shooting 75% now, and that'll tick up as Furman connects on her second. 65-28, the Maryland lead. Opening game of the Reef Division in the 2015 Paradise Jam. Halapainen puts it up and in. Good 3 for Anika Halapainen. 65-31, the Maryland lead. Halapainen 2-2 from behind the arc for 6 points. Mosley going to throw up an off-balance shot. It'll rest on top of the backboard, and Old Dominion will have it back. Mosley with 18 points. It's her 4th straight double-figure game of the season. Career best is 26. Did that against Towson State. 3 no good there for Halapainen. Mosley off for Walker-Kimbrough. Up for Gillespie. Layup good right side and a foul against Old Dominion. 3 passes up the court and in for Gillespie. 60. Opening game of the Reef Division for women. 67-31. The Maryland lead. Gillespie at the free throw line for the Terps. Misses, rebound off, and a whistle. Melita Howard went to the floor. Old Dominion going to gain possession. Halapainen will inbound. Leave it up for Kemp, off for Jenny Sims. Sims the leading scorer tonight with 15 points for Old Dominion. Ball tipped away, collected nicely by Kemp. 19 to shoot for the Monarchs. Left side for Kemp on the wing. Kemp with a beautiful spin move. Got it to the glass. Left is short. Whistle on the rebound. It'll be a foul against Old Dominion. Great move by Kemp on the block. Just exploded off the spin move and couldn't finish. Foul goes against E.J. Ajemba. Ajemba's second. Free throw left along there by Melita Howard. Howard scoreless tonight. Does have 4 rebounds. Maryland out rebounding Old Dominion by 10. Second up and in, 68-31. The Terrapin lead. Raven Kemp into the offensive end, leaves it off to the right side for Gianna Smith. Up for Halapainen. Sims will drive it into traffic. Kick it to the left block. Layup good there for Ajemba. E.J. Ajemba is point number 33 tonight for Old Dominion. Ajemba with 4, 2 of 7 from the floor. Gillespie pulls up. Shot long on the left side. And a whistle on the rebound. The ball came down and Shatori Walker-Kimbrough picks up her third. First shooting look there for the junior, 5'11", out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Walker-Kimbrough, the second leading scorer for Maryland tonight. The Terps lighting it up at 54% from the floor. They're 60% here in the second half. Sims holds. Sims was through the drive, got contact there from Furman. They're going to call a travel. Good position there for Furman to knock Sims off the driving path. There's had a slight opening there on the right block. 68-33 with 3:30 remaining here in the third. Mosley controls. Brandon Mosley with 18 points to lead Maryland so far tonight. Mosley dribbles behind the back, 15 on the shot clock. Good defense there by Kemp. Whistle on the floor, and Kemp going to be called for the contact. Officials allowing one as they're calling it hot stove touch defensively. And then following that, pretty much anything you do to impede the offensive player is going to draw the foul. And Kemp now with 4 fouls for Old Dominion. Mosley connects for her 19th point, now 3 of 5 at the line. Brandon Mosley sets the second. Got it. 70-33, the Maryland lead. 3:19 remaining here in the third. Opening game of the Reef Division. Stick with us. 9 o'clock. South Dakota State set to tip it up against the Pitt Panthers. Jalapeno digs it back for Sims. Corner 3 is away and good. Gianna Smith knocks it down for Old Dominion. Terps trying to answer quickly. Furman gets it for Walker Kimbrough. The shot long and a rebound off. Collected right side by Melina Howard. Whistle against Old Dominion. And Howard will go to the free throw line. Third foul for Jalapeno. 4 fouls for Kim, 3 for Jalapeno, 3 for Smith for Old Dominion, and free throw good there for Howard. 2 of 3 at the line now with 2 points tonight. Howard connects on the second, give her 3. 72-36 the Terrapin lead. 2:48 remaining here in the third. Jalapeno. Left wing for Michaela Timmons, and Timmons had the ball knocked into the bench. Sims will inbound. Kristen Confroy back in for Shatori Walker Kimbrough for Maryland. Sims will look to inbound, has Jalapeno right back to Sims. Sims will drive it into traffic. Good dump to the right block. Layup left short by Smith. Contact on the rebound is a Jimbo over to tie it up there for Old Dominion. And a held ball goes to Maryland. Scrappy effort on the boards tonight by Old Dominion, just down 10 in the rebounding column. Maryland's been doing a number on the boards this season. Coming into tonight, they're plus 23, so a little victory there for Old Dominion. Monarchs can hold Maryland under 100. That'll be a bit of an accomplishment as well. Here's Mosley. Called for carrying the basketball. Ball swings back to the Monarchs. 11th turnover for Maryland tonight. 10 for Old Dominion. Good numbers for both sides. Sims dribbles into traffic. Drew contact. Foul goes against Gillespie for Maryland. That's the 5th now for the Terps here in the third. And Jenny Sims to the free throw line. 15 points on the night, 2 of 4 at the stripe. Make it 3 of 5. Chloe Pavlik back in for Maryland. Brenda Mosley will come out and have a bit of a spirited discussion there with Brenda Fries. Second free throw good. 72-38 Maryland leads. Pushing the 2-minute mark here in the third period. Chloe Pavlik out of Cincinnati controls up for Furman at the right elbow. Furman steps back. 3 is up and good. Tierney Furman knocks down a 3 for Maryland. Furman now with 8 points on the night. With her first 3, she's 2 of 2 for the floor. Sims will dump it to the left block. Great job by Ajimba. They get Gillespie into the air. Ajimba waited for Gillespie to land on her back. And Ajimba to the free throw line. E.J. Ajimba. 5'11" sophomore from Williamsburg, Virginia. Sets the first. Battles out. Ajimba's 0 for 3 at the line. 4 points on the night. Came in tonight averaging 6 for the season. Gianna Smith going to get a rest here for Old Dominion. Kayla Thomas, Kiana Brown. Ajimba misses the second. Sims and Halapainen out for Old Dominion. Pavlik controls here for Maryland. It's out with Jones and Furman and Confroy. And Melina Howard for Maryland. Whistle there against the Terps as Howard called for a second foul. Minute 27 to go here in the third. Maryland with a commanding 75-38 lead. Top of the key for Halapainen, couldn't connect from three. Howard off of the rebound, up for Pavlik. Into the right block, under the basket. Confroy hit the bottom of the backboard. Rebound dug out of there by Timmons, off and running with Sims. Sims in traffic, puts it up, going to draw the foul from Melina Howard. Howard's third. And Sims to the free throw line, and the clock stopped at 1:03 left in the third. Sims with 17 points on the evening. Doesn't connect on the first. 4-7 now at the free throw line as Old Dominion's left 7 points at the stripe tonight. They're just 46%. That's 6 of 13. Shooting 23% now in the second half from the field and 25% for the game. Second one no good. The rebound off with Jones. And Maryland leave it up for Pavlik. Right side for Confroy. She'll dribble out to the wing. Good defense there by Kiana Brown. Ball to the baseline. A lot of contacts as Sims went flying, and they'll call the foul. Player control on Brianna Frazier for Maryland. 50 seconds remaining here in the third. LaQuanda Younger returns for Jenny Sims. Sims will get a rest as we get to nearing our fourth period. That was the first foul for the record for Brianna Frazier. Timmons controls up top. Over from Brown for Old Dominion. Left wing for Younger. Ball knocked out of bounds. Kayla Timmons trying to chase it down into the corner. Inbound here for LaQuanda Younger. Into the corner for Brown. Swinging up top for Michaela Timmons. Timmons in the right wing, almost lost there by Younger, but she controls. Corner three away for Michaela Timmons is long. Younger away with a rebound, pulls up a 2 on a shot clock, knocks it off the glass and in. 75-40, the Maryland lead. Whistle here in the backcourt. It's Brandon Enterline stop play. Be a possible issue with the clock. 14.3 seconds showing. Shot clock off, of course. It's a quick conference there, and Pavlik resumes play. 10 seconds remaining in the third. Maryland with a 75-40 lead. Pavlik drives it in. Floater up and in with 2 seconds on the clock in the third. Ball comes in. Time expires in the third period, and Maryland will take a 77-40 lead into the third period, the opening round of the Reef Division of the Paradise Jam. Back with more after a quick break. Back at the Paradise Jam, opening game of the Reef Division. Fourth period starting with Old Dominion trailing Maryland 77-40. Shot from the right side for Younger is no good. The rebound off with Maryland. Pavlik in the open court. Pull up on the right side. Floater from 12 won't fall. Rebound comes out of there with Confroy. She'll reset up top. Pull up right side. Good this time for Melina Howard. 79-40. The Terrapin lead, 9:20 remaining in the ball game. Howard now with 5 points. She's 1 of 1 from the floor and 3 of 4 at the line. Shot up top. No good there for Kiana Brown. Rebound is loose. Halapainen after it for Old Dominion. Whistle as Pavlik had the basketball. Started down the court. Whistle coming against Maryland. First foul, the 4th for the Terps. Brianna Frazier draws it. The freshman now has 2. Maryland doing a number on Old Dominion in the paint. 34-14 points in the paint. Old Dominion hanging around pretty good in the rebounding column. Down 42-29. And again, Maryland reached it tonight. A massive rebounding margin on the opponents. They were plus 23. Jenny Sims been battled all night for Old Dominion. Traveled that time as she drew contact inside. Jenny Sims has 17 points. Half a point below her season average. 6 of 15 from the floor. And she has earned every one tonight against a very stringent Maryland front line. That time a ball to the feet of Brianna Jones. And that one out off the offering from Melina Howard as the 2 bigs misconnect for the Terps. 79-40, the Maryland lead. Jenny Sims with the basketball over for Halapainen. Now Kemp touches. Up it down inside. Jones knocked it away. What do we call a foul? As Halapainen was trying to get to the right block there for Old Dominion. Goes against Brianna Jones, her 3rd in the game, 2nd for the Terps here in the 4th period. 30 to shoot. Pulling the inbound for Kiana Brown. Up top for Halapainen, off for Sims. Sims, beautiful spin move. Pull up right elbow, trickles off the front of the rim, no good. A rebound off with Melina Howard. Pavlik in space will pull it out. Now drives it around. Kemp dumps it to the left. Block layup. Good there for Brianna Jones. Beautiful dribble drive and dish for Chloe Pavlik out of Cincinnati, Ohio at Sycamore High School. 81-40 with 55 remaining here in the 4th. Sims thinks about a 3. Cycled over for Kemp at the right point. Halapainen drives it in on Confroy and a whistle. Whistle's coming fast and furious now here in the 4th period. Pretty clean first half, and second foul called there against Kristen Confroy, her 2nd. 3rd now for the Terps, so 2 more, and Old Dominion will shoot 2 the rest of the way. 7:41 remaining. Ball comes in off the inbound, straight passes. Old Dominion couldn't connect with Sims. 81-40 with 7:39 remaining. Maryland with the lead in the basketball. Top of the key for Gillespie. Whistles the ball, went in for Brianna Frazier. Jenny Sims going to be called for the foul. It's her 2nd, first for Old Dominion here in the 4th. One more game to come tonight. South Dakota State taking on Pitt. One set to start at 9 o'clock. Ten-minute periods this season for women's basketball. Attempt to improve the flow of the game, but whistles interrupting the second half of the 3rd period, and then another one here in the 4th as we're just 2.5 minutes in. 3 fouls now for both teams. E.J. Ajema just picked up her 4th for Old Dominion. Jump into the right corner. Pavlik sends a 3 up. It's no good. The rebound down with Gianna Smith for Old Dominion. Leave it out for Raven Kemp off to the right side for Sims. Sims going to pull up in front of Pavlik. The three is short. Hustling after the rebound as Gianna Smith couldn't get there in time. Ball back to Maryland. 81-40 the Maryland lead. Pavlik into the offensive end. Kicking off for Conroy. Gained the screen, pulls up, left block, shot no good. Rebound fought for, pulled down by E.J. Ajemba. Then a ball knocked loose and stolen in the backcourt by Gillespie. Can't get the layup to go. Gillespie going to hustle after the miss. Credit to Maryland big with some solid effort. As that was a 2-on-1 situation. One there by Gillespie. Conroy threw it up. Ball was short. Big rebound now for E.J. Ajemba. Sims into the offensive end, goes one-on-one with Conroy, leaves it up for Raven Kemp. Kemp will drive it down the right side of the lane, and offensive foul going to be called against Raven Kemp. Cody Pavlik drew it there for Maryland. Pavlik backpedaling. Timeout on the floor. Maryland leads at 81-40. Back with you at Last Jam. Certainly a happy Thanksgiving from basketball travelers and everybody associated with this women's tournament. Third of 4 games for today, 4 games tomorrow, then 4 on Saturday for you. All here at the Paradise Jam. Here's Brayna Mosley pulling up from the right side of the lane. 83-40 the Maryland lead after Mosley knocks in her 20th of the evening. Mosley just missed once from the field. She's 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Bernadecco with the basketball, drives it in for Old Dominion, kicks it into the corner. Gianna Smith cycles it back out for Bernadecco up top for Sims. Sims driving on the right side. Going to call a reaching foul there against Brayna Mosley. Mosley picks up her third. 4 Terps for 3 fouls, excuse me. Gillespie, Howard, Walker, Kimbrough, Jones, and Mosley's with 3. Sims will back in a shot from the free throw line. 5 and 9 there tonight with 18 points for Old Dominion. Gillespie will come out for Maryland. Back in is Brianna Frazier. Raven Kemp fouled out, brought up that last stoppage in play. Fouled out for Old Dominion. She was 0 for 3 from the floor. Ends the night with 1 rebound. Ball inside for Harrison, off to the right side for Howard. Corner for Conroy, drives it. Leaves it up for Frazier. Back for Howard, baseline jumper, no good there from 15. Ball ricochets out. Old Dominion has it back. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Maryland 17 points away from its season average. Maryland into tonight averaging 101 points a game and a foul to 4 against Brayna Mosley. Mosley picks up her 4th. Mosley's the leading scorer in the game with 22 points. Mosley's career best was 26. Scored that against Towson on November the 16th, 2011. Already a 24-point game this season for Mosley. November the 14th did it against UMass Lowell. Sims knocks in her 20th point of the night. Sims sings the second. She's now 8 of 12 from the free throw line. 21 points, 1 off the game high from Mosley, playing with 4 fouls. Controls the basketball for Maryland. 83-44 the Terrapin lead. Howard. Ball cycles around for Conroy. Bernadecco knocked it loose, regained in the block by Alexis Harrison. Mosley up top with 6 to shoot for the Terrapins. Crossover, top of the key. Howard there, connected with the rim. Shot didn't fall. Rebound tipped out. Old Dominion will have it back. Conroy was there for Maryland. 83-44 the Terrapins lead. 5 fouls for Maryland here in this 4th period with 4:44 to go. 4 fouls for Old Dominion. Left wing 3 away for Gianna Smith. It's off the back iron, no good. Sims knocked a rebound out. They'll say it was last touched by Alexis Harrison of Maryland. And new shot clock here for Old Dominion. Ball up top for Sims. Calls the thumb down, connects. Traffic. Trying to get Smith up top and has her. Bernadecco drives center lane, try to dump it to the block. Looking for Young down there. Whistle coming against Maryland's Melina Howard. Looks like she'll be called for the reach-in. 6th foul for Maryland. It was against Melina Howard. It was her 4th. Destiny Young to the free throw line. Young with 4 points tonight. It's the first free throw attempt. That one's up and in. Young for the season was 3 of 8 from the stripe coming into tonight. That was good for 38%. As a team, Old Dominion shooting 56% from the line. And a little bit above that tonight at 58. It's the second one went in for Young now. 6 points on the night. On the junior forward. Across midcourt, timeout here for Maryland. 4:14 remaining here at the Paradise Jam. Take a break and be back with more. Brenda Fries has her Maryland Terrapins up 83-46 with 4:14 to go. Brenda Fries usually fairly fiery in the Maryland huddle when need be, and haven't seen that tonight. Always fun to watch Brenda Fries, the blonde hair flowing in the huddle when she needs a little spirit out of her team. And Brenda Mosley going to connect. Keep Brenda Fries comfortably seated on the bench here in the 4th period with the Terps up 85-46. Sims going to throw one up at the rim. Rebound off. Running with Mosley. Mosley leads her way through traffic. Great dump for Confroy on a right block. 87-46. And Mosley picks up her 5th assist of the night to go with the 24 points. Brenda Mosley having a great open here to the Reef Division of this Paradise Jam. 16th annual here from the University of the Virgin Islands on St. Thomas. Bernadecco pulls up inside the three-point line right side. It's no good. Confroy off of the rebound and running it for Maryland. Confroy fakes the dish, lays it in from the right side. Great look there. Kristen Confroy. Confroy picks up her 7th point. In a timeout here for Old Dominion. 89-46 to Maryland lead. 3:04 remaining. Back with more after a quick break. Back at the Paradise Jam, the Reef Division for the ladies. Maryland in command, 89-46. Brenda Mosley, a redshirt senior for Maryland with 24 points. He has 2 minutes and 58 seconds to match or better a new career best. And Mosley still on the floor. She's 9 at 10 from the floor tonight. Turnaround left short there by Old Dominion and EJ Ajemba. Into the open floor for Mosley off to the right wing. 3 away for Confroy is short. Confroy got her own rebound. Pulled up from 7 on the baseline. That no good. Rebound kicked out to the left side. Alexis Harrison has it cycle up to the top of the key for Mosley. Rebound off for Confroy. Back up top for Mosley. 2:26 remaining in a new shot clock for Maryland. It's Mosley's 2nd miss from the floor tonight. Ball on the baseline for Frazier. Leave it back out for Confroy. Drives it in, kicks it off to the left wing for Mosley. Dribbles through the legs, works on Bernadecco. Pull up from 10. Left side is good. Brenda Mosley gives 26 points on the night, and it's a 91-46 Maryland lead. Mosley's matched a new career best from 2011. She scored 26 on Towson. Sims going to try to answer from 3. Can't get it to fall. Big rebound for Ajemba. Put back no good, but a foul coming against Maryland. Call that one against Asia Ellison. And at the free throw line, EJ Ajemba for Old Dominion. Ajemba leaves it short. Ajemba on the night. 0 for 6 now from the line. 2 of 8 from the floor. 4 points, playing with 4 fouls. Mosley now still on the floor for Maryland. 26 points, matches a new career best. 10 of 12 from the floor. 2 of 3 from three-point range and 4 of 6 from the line. Harrison controls, drives it into the right block. A knock to the floor. The layup's off the glass and in, and a foul coming against Old Dominion. Call that one against E.J. Ajemba. Her fifth should be the second Monarch to foul out of the game. How about Alexis Harrison taking the contact, falling to her backside, had enough to get it off the glass and in. Harrison's first two is spectacular for Maryland. Still have a chance for the three-point play. Alexis Harrison for the season is 1 of 3 at the line. Knocks it home. Make it 2 of 4 on the season and good for 50%. And the redshirt sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. As Maryland 6 away from its season average, 94-47. The Maryland lead, minute 22 to go here in the fourth, and Old Dominion holds it out front with Jenny Sims. Sims will direct traffic. Feliciana Smith off to the left point. They feed her there. Right back for Sims. Drives it in on Mosley. Spin move. Jump stop. Good for Jenny Sims. Sims with 23. Mosley on the right wing has it tipped up into the air. Collected on the block by Ellison. Ellison got it across for Harrison, and Harrison mugged there in the open court by Sims. Sims third with 49.9 seconds remaining. And a shooting opportunity here for Alexis Harrison, who hit the last one to complete a three-point play. Harrison good on the first of 2. 49.9 seconds remaining. 9 o'clock. We're set to tip up South Dakota State and Pittsburgh. Close out a 4-game day here from the University of the Virgin Islands. Second one, no good. Maryland 95, Old Dominion 49. 36 seconds remaining. Sims will get a touch here. Not on the shot clock. Sims drives it into traffic, kicks it out left side. 3 is away. It'll be a long off the back iron for Michaela Timmons. Rebound bounces around. Halapainen catches it. For Old Dominion, they'll kick it out. Leave it back up for Sims. 13 seconds. 7 seconds for Sims on the left wing. Ball fired from 3. It's no good. Rebound comes out for Maryland. Time will expire. Maryland stays unblemished on the season with a 95-49 win to open up the REAP Division portion of the 2015 Paradise Jam. Maryland moves to 4-0.